You've been listening to Ken Lain, the Mountain Gardener. Green thumbs learned while working in the Family Garden Center. Now welcome back to the Mountain Gardener.
And we are back with Lisa Waters Lane in the studio. She comes each week with your garden questions. Welcome, Lisa.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Good to be here.
So you spent what did we spend? 5 hours? You up by college?
Lifetime.
Middle of the week.
Felt like a lifetime.
It was dress rehearsals for Dancing with the Stars, and it was a bit grueling. So the dress rehearsal, yes. A lot of couples, they just weren't ready. So, but we were kind of run through, did pretty good. Did great.
You guys were ready, and you hopped through it. And
I don't like going to things unprepared.
Yes.
I want to be polished and kind of know what I'm doing, so the guys can just focus on spotlights or the audio entrance or when to hit the button or the professional, the polish piece, not, oh no, well, how do we get all these people on stage? Anyway,
where are they going to stand?
It beat me up a little bit. I was kind of.
Well, you've been practicing a lot, getting ready, and we'll know next week. We'll have to announce next week how everything went.
Or maybe we won't because we just didn't win anything. So,
you'll win something.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
Best looking guy.
Thank you. I like the sound. That's good enough for me, honey.
You've been working it a lot. You put a lot of energy into this, and everybody wants to know what you've learned and what your favorite dance step is. And, are you going to be hitting the discotheques now?
Discotheques? We're going back to the 1970s, early 80s.
They're still out there.
I'd like to know where. If you went to Spain, Morocco,
maybe.
So Dancing with the Stars. I'm not a dancer. I do like to dance. I've got a groove. I like to come to your after party or your wedding. It's kind of fun. I'm the guy that goes on the floor. It just enjoys it. But that's not work. That's just play and fun. Right. And it's a workout. It's fun. It's active. This is like more polish. You have to know your steps. You can't just like wing it.
You can't wing it.
You got to actually know. And then you do get partnered with a real professional. I mean, Carrie Hughes, she's actually a dance instructor. She's very choreographer. She's very professional. And so I did learn a few moves, but I don't know if any of those carry over to after parties, weddings, or anytime you and I go out. I'm not sure. It was kind of bigger Broadway, showy kind of stuff. So it relates more to theater, drama, than it does to professional or personal dancing for you and I. But at the
very least, when you do go to that discotheque, you can wear your sequin shirt.
And
your light up hat and your light up shoes.
You're giving things away for those that are maybe coming on Saturday.
So they've all seen you.
Well, I have been around town for basically 4 months. That's the brand. I'm a branding guy. I'm a marketing PR branding guy. Blue sequins. The people, if I didn't show up in it, people go, Ken, what happened? I went to the 4th of July rodeo, and I just had my cowboy stuff, my buckle and my big hat and my shirt. I looked like a cowboy, and people are going by, hey, Ken, where's your sequin shirt? And went, cowboys don't wear sequins. Not that kind of cowboy. I just cowboy don't wear.
Rhinestone Cowboy. Remember that song?
Was that a guy or a gal?
What was that guy? Rhinestone Cowboy.
Oh, okay.
I think Robert Redford played.
Yes, we are dating ourselves back to the 1970s. We
feel old.
Anyway, we should go to garden questions. 3 minutes wasted on.
Let's.
I don't know what.
That. Well, Steve has a question. He's out in Prescott Valley. He has some lovely roses, but they've kind of petered out. Haven't done much lately. Kind of attributed it to the heat, but he's going, how do I get these things to bloom again?
Sure. So Prescott Valley, any of the Highlands, this Central Highlands area, this is the same. So the roses have pretty much 2 big flushes of flowers. Even your continual roses or ever blooming roses, they've got 2 really big shows of flowers, spring and fall. And then even the everbloomers, they'll put on they have some flowers, but this big show, like more flowers than foliage. That's spring and fall. And I think the best showing, Steve, is in the fall. And so what you want to do is just TLC on those plants. You go through scorched leaves, get it back to size, prune it back a little bit, take the spent flowers or the old dead flowers. Take those off. And generally you're going to take them off and go down a little bit farther, not just the flower, take it a little bit farther. Get the shrub to be down so that the roots that are underneath that plant can focus all of their energy onto more flowers. And it will be, count on it. I mean, we're talking 30, 40 days after you do that this weekend. 30, 40 days. What is that? That's by September through October, it will be a spectacular rose. It'll probably hold those buds, flowers, colors through the first part of December. It's amazing how long roses will hold. It might not be in full bloom when it's 20 degrees out in December, but it's going to have a bud there, cracking color, going, like if it warms up, I just might bloom. I'm not sure yet. It's kind of inspiration. So that's how you do it. Prune them back. Fertilize would be really important because all the food that plant was using is gone. You're going to cut it back and force it to rebloom. It's going to take tremendous energy to do that. Give it some of the rose. I guess which one? Rose food with systemic. Generally, I recommend when the aphids and the thrips are out, but really they aren't out in the fall. So you could almost just use the all-purpose plant food. That cottonseed meal and that 744 all-purpose is like magic to roses. It really gets big flowers and fragrance. But either one, Steve, come see us. We can walk you through it if you want more. That's any of us with roses. Trim them, clean them back, fertilize them, pick all those brown spent leaves off. Just take a few minutes and just primp and prune them and kind of touch them. And roses will respond with vigor.
Yeah, I noticed our rose at the edge of the driveway there. Yeah. It's gotten huge, but it's just sitting there looking at me.
It needs to, yeah.
So we need to trim it back. All right, next question is from Joe. He says, I saw a plant growing on a fence with a big orange flower, big orange blossom. Wants to know what it is and will it grow in Paulden?
Oh, Joe, sure. Now, Joe, they make a camera phone. You can snap a picture, bring it in, and let us know what it is. So by word, just a text or an email, I'm assuming just because you're looking at it right now, that trumpet vine, it could be there's a honeysuckle that's red like that, but the trumpet vine is a bigger red flower. I'm guessing it's trumpet vine. We're famous for trumpet vine up here. Hummingbirds love it. They just love trumpet vine. So I'm guessing it's that. This is a very large vine. It grows very quickly. So we're talking, it'll go from hip high to 2 stories high in a season or 2 seasons maybe. It'll ground cover. You can actually spread it across the ground. It will actually hold the ground in. Erosion control up an embankment where maybe the rains of Washington over. Trumpet vine. It's a very good choice. Yes, Steve or Joe. Which one? Joe. Yes, Paulden. It will grow in Paulden easily. Thrive out there. It is deciduous. That is, it'll lose its leaves in winter, so it'll be just there, but not there. Then it leaves out first part of spring, and then it blooms with these huge flowers, usually starting in August through the end of the year. It's got an amazing long bloom cycle. When other vines really, they're not going to look that good. So, and then it kind of ends. The very last vine to look really great is Virginia creeper. That's the one that turns that fall bright red, like fire engine red, really bright red. It's a native plant of here. So Arizona, Virginia creeper is native to Arizona. In fact, I would change the name to Arizona creeper, but I think Virginia got to us first and named it. But it grows throughout this zone 6, 7 type of gardens, wild. And so that means javelina, antelope, deer out there. They're not going to, jackrabbits, they're not going to eat Virginia creeper, even in Paulden. So I think that's a good question.
Have jackrabbits in Paulden?
Yeah, sure they do. Yeah, absolutely. And as you go up that hill, there's tons of them up there.
I know there's rabbits, but I haven't seen jackrabbits around here forever.
Well, yeah, maybe you ought to go to Paulden more often. So, right, Paulden? Right, Joe?
Jackalope.
Anyway. Okay, Ken and Lisa Lain, the Mountain Gardeners. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Ken Lain, a.k.a. the Mountain Gardener. Ken can be found throughout the week in Prescott at Waters Garden Center. Listen each week as he answers timely garden questions unique to mountain gardens.
If you enjoy this show and would like to hear more, please subscribe to The Mountain Gardener, wherever you like to listen to podcasts. And if you'd like even more garden tips, tricks, and helpful advice, please check out my website at watersgardencenter.com for classes, videos, and more, or my online garden center at top10plants.com. Throughout the week, Lisa and I can be found here at Waters Garden Center in Prescott.